Alright, good day there, BBPN and guests. They're a bit early broadcast today, but that's because we're going to try and bring you what is basically always known on this broadcast here. It's a double edit. So it means, there's a game, we take a bit of a beer break, takes you about a little time to chug a pint or two, and then you get right back into the second game there. It's relentless here. Because we're trying to get through here, BBPN Season 8, and yes, as a reminder there, later on, hopefully later this week, AD Invitational action will also be coming to you, and we're just waiting on when Bloody Awful starts up. Speaking of starting up here, they're getting to the stadium now. Let's get it started. Alright, Constable Ed, this could be a fun one. Aren't they always? Alright, there we go. There's the flip. He keeps the coin because, well, he's got to make sure he's paid. And here we are. One more time. Oh, Lord, it's them. It's them. Get them. Yep. It is Dwarves versus Norse. One of the more interesting matchups you can ever catch in Blood Bowl. Especially once there's been a little bit of development here. Now remember, this would be technically at this point here, match day 8 for these firms here. So they've had some time to try and develop, and as you can see, both teams are having a hell of a time doing it. In the Dwarf corner, as you can see here, Dwarves do have a couple of reserves, of course, and indeed, they also have, yes, you got it, a Death Roller. Death Roller, a beautiful piece of hardware. In the other corner, of course, is the Norse. The Norse, as you can see, they do have, bizarrely, 2 reserves. That's because they've decided to go and hire some star players. Because they've had a rough season, too, of people keep fucking dying. So, they have to keep spending what money they make there, replacing the dead players. Hooty-hoo indeed there. So it's going to be a good day. As you can see here, yep. They've got good old, the Boomer there, good old Boomer Eiserman, but they also have Wolfhelm Cheney. Everyone's getting a reroll, so we're off to a good start, aren't we? About as good as it gets anyway. Everyone gets a reroll, even the Dwarves now have, yep, you got it, 4 rerolls. And taking a look here, they even have the fame. What could possibly go wrong? Let's start things off with a rush here. Push me, push you. Here comes the second one. Big hit. Oh dear.
Silence! I kill you!
I think he broke his freaking neck there, lads. I think he broke his freaking neck. And meanwhile, yeah, that was witnessed, alright. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, first drive. And we've already got an injured Dwarf Blitzer off the pitch. Oh, and he has reserves. Might not be for long. Anyone who's been watching the cast for this season, note, this is the Dwarf firm that's had a really rough fucking season. There we go. Cheesy pass action. Gets it. No problem there. See? There we go. And he's off and running. Doesn't know what he's doing. There goes Wolfhelm. Yep, Wolfhelm Cheney. He's one of the few models who's actually the correct model. Yep, he's the werewolf in the leather coat. I'm serious, that's usually his model there. He's a very interesting custom. They didn't get all the star players done right. They didn't do that. It's a fun fact. The ones that are all in the wrong models, of course, the ones that got introduced in the later expansion there. They're still the test models. Meanwhile, the Dwarves are going to get right back to work. At least that is the theory anyway. Dwarves already down at 1 player. They've got a lot of problems here. And mostly the Norse are most of them. And have elves. And small things, and chorfs. Basically, every race has been a problem to him. There we go, 1 die. Hits the dodge. However, now he's set himself up for a bit of cleverness. Take a look at this. Here he comes, full on break.
We must defeat the dwarves. We are the dwarves.
Yes, you might think that's crazy, but remember, he's bright tackle, so it's like he's AG7. Dodging through. He had to roll a really bad roll to fail the bright tackle. All that, 3 dice. Guess what he gets? A dodge. And now the Dwarves get right back to punching as we speak here. Meanwhile, 1 die here. Gets the hit. Takes the Furfit down. And Bob's your uncle. God, crazy turn 1 already here. Alright, now let's see what the Norse can do here. Well, there goes Wolfell. Remember, he is strength 4. And, of course, he has wrestle and, of course, the mandatory claw. He's a werewolf. It's the strength 4 that usually bugs everyone there. He can just basically power through a team. And there he goes, running for his life as fast as he can there. At least he thinks he is anyway. And Norse might be getting up. There's a skull. Rerolls that one. Gets himself a quick little push here. But, of course, it's Frenzy, so he gets himself another one. There's the takedown. There goes the runner. And, yeah, they're all now having to deal with the Death Roller. 2 red dice uphill. Remember, stand firm is also one of the inherent traits there of a Death Roller. Death Roller has such wonderful traits to stand. Mighty Blow, Juggernaut, Dirty Player, Bright Tickle, and, of course, stand firm. It's rather an interesting piece of Dwarven engineering. It's just a shame when nothing really works properly with it. Well, it's a good attack. You know, there's nothing wrong with the coach. His firm, maybe. But, you know, definitely, you know, not the coach. Coach definitely came up with a good solution there. It just didn't work. Alright, so here we go. Dwarves trying to counter-attack here because they figure they can stop this, but it's no.
I'm TNT. I'm Dynamite.
Yep, you saw that. That's what he thought. He's got a miracle in his hands. Yep, double gerbil. Absolutely double gerbil. Yeah, you saw it right down there. Double 1. The worst possible roll he can get. Of course, this poor coach suffers it greatly. It has been his tail all season. He's amazed he's even in the second round. And yet, here he is. Maybe he should have picked Chorfs, I don't know. Alright, big punch down by the big fluffy Norseman here. Moves over the death roller here. Meanwhile, big attack here. Wilhelm doing the face ripping, which he does so well. The rest of the Norse here just scrumming up. Well, their view is, because if they score quick here, he's ejected. Oh dear.
I'm going to gut you like a Cornish game hen.
Or stunned as the case might be, but because of the blitzer removal early, it means the Dwarves will be down to a core 11 players. And yeah, he's going to just score that one in quick there. And the Norse are on the board 1-0. Oh, well, Norse definitely going to celebrate that one there. They got on the board. They got the early ejection. It has to follow the sacred text there. And now we get to turn this around here. Dwarves. Remember as I said, they came in with 2 reserves. Weather right now, very sunny there. So much for any passing game. But the Norse seem to be ignoring that. They certainly are trying to. Norse, as you can see, 2 reserves. And yes, they've put Boomer on the front line. Well, why is that, Marigold? Because Boomer Eisman, yeah, ignore how he looks. Remember, he was a later introduced skilled. He actually is supposed to be a dwarf. I'm serious. This lad is the dwarf with a bazooka. And in the original card, yes, he does have a bazooka. I'm serious. He's got a bazooka, meaning he was allowed in the original version. He can actually use the football as a weapon. They can target any other player and basically shoot them down using the football. And there he goes, off to go get the ball. And yes, they get themselves more rerolls.
Oh, there's me drink. Get in my belly.
Get in the belly indeed here. Well, the Dwarves, well, that gives them yet a real easy touchback. That's going to make life a lot easier for them here. Yeah, gerbils, absolute bane. Yeah, Death Roller gone on turn 3. That's why they scored early and quick there. Alright, well, the Dwarves get right back to work. Punching down poor Boomer. Like I said, ignore the fact what he looks like. He is a dwarf. He is a dwarf with a bazooka. Yeah, that's how he's been the fun here. And don't worry, there's the equivalent the Trolls can get. Speaking of...
You'll take me blunderbuss when you pry it from my cold dead hands.
You can sum it up as a blunderbuss, but now Boomer always was... Ow!
Shoot to kill.
He's dead! He's dead! Oh, roll him in. The fucker's dead. Yep, Dwarves just got themselves a confirmed kill on the front line. I guess the day isn't going completely old, man. That's going to make life a lot more easy. Yeah, he's just a lineman. But he's very, very dead. Dead, do we mention dead? And the Dwarves go charging back down the field there. Solid punch. As you can see, Dwarves, the traditional cage of the Dwarves here. Well, they've got 6 turns to march it down the field. Should be easy. Famous words around this league, isn't it? Alright, Norse, turn 4. This is where it gets interesting. Remember, the Dwarves do have 2 with Frenzy, but the Norse technically have up to, and since they got Wilhelm, yeah, they've got up to 5 players potentially on the field with Frenzy. Which can lead to all kinds of bad blocks and things going wrong. However, it means cages don't tend to be cages for very long. Alright. Yeah, the block and tackle box. Time to go fishing. Yeah, basically. Charges in. Big hit right there. Takes him down. Boom, chaka-waka.
Stab, stab, stab.
Well, that's not exactly a stab. More like a claw. But, yeah. Rips through the armor like it was M&M's. And we're back to turn 4 for the Dwarves. And now the Dwarves have to try and fight their way out of this mess. Well, they can do it. But remember, Dwarves not known for Bill Bexley's speed. This is where Wilhelm's a bit of a problem. Movement 8. He can outrun them in his sleep. Block on block going on there. It's the battle of the Dwarves versus the glass cannons. What's going to break first is basically the question here. Well, he takes him down there. Nicely done.
Let's get to fighting.
It's only a stun, but yeah, he is reet indeed. Dwarves stagger up. They get past the half-line line. They still got plenty of turns to score here. 2 rerolls. They can do this here. Couple more removals would be nice. The death is a nice touch. That definitely helps the situation here. It puts them actually at a play advantage on the drive here. Meanwhile, 2 dice, they really, really don't like Boomer, do they? He's a traitorous dwarf in their eyes. And there we go, another solid hit. And he takes him down there. And welcome to turn number 5 here. What can the Norse do about this one? Well, they can certainly go back to frenzying, and the frenzy begins again. See, this is the only thing the Norse basically have as an advantage here. Lots and lots of frenzy. So, stand firm. That is the counter right there. This lad, Brad, he's going to have to do a lot of standing and firming. That's what she said. Meanwhile, there goes Wilhelm. And he's just going to carve a path through, and he takes another one down. Well, he's on the ball carrier, but he's not getting anywhere. Meanwhile, big solid chain of pushing here, and he knocks Wilhelm right back out of the cage. And so much for that idea. Well, the Dwarves had a great idea, but yep, he's popped Cheney right back out again. And the Dwarves get right back to brawling again here. Here we go, more solid punching up down the field. Gets another takedown there. Wades forward here. Like, the Dwarves at this point don't mind this scrum. And so far, it doesn't seem to be going bad. Uses the Dauntless on good old Cheney there. Takes him down. He is out of there. Now, here's the problem. The Dwarves would love to foul him right now. They would love to foul him. But they've got no reserves. It's a big debate. Is that a smart foul? Yeah, that's going to be up to you lads to decide. Meanwhile, Rudder,
Eat mortar! Eat lead!
You know, these gerbils have got to cut out this anti-dwarf slant they've had of late here. That's now how many gerbils? 3! They really don't fucking like the dwarves this season. Meanwhile, big push me, push you here. And now the Norse on to turn 6. Can they stop the drive here? They can certainly try. As you can see here, there's Superstar Julie there. Everyone's been swearing he needs bigger shoulder pads because, frankly, he has carried this team all bloody season. He ever. Oh, well, that's what happens around there. Meanwhile, another big hit, another big punch. And it just continues on. Big push down right there. And here we go. Over the top. Here goes the Norse big strong arm thrower. Gets his solid pow. And he even gets another take. Ow!
In my pants.
Well, he got his stun, but that's going to slow the Dwarves down just a titch there. Easily makes the dodge away. And meanwhile, there's the traitor Boomer. Push me, push you. Well, he might as well go and scrub it back up again. He's not throwing any grenades, is he? Again, different player. They've changed things so much over these years here. Meanwhile, more big hitting. More big punching. And that armor 9 just keeps holding all day. Meanwhile, makes the Dauntless. Again, he'd love to get rid of the werewolf. It's just not happening. And there he goes. Running, running, running. Is he going to go for the score now? Nope, he does not trust the hamsters. They've been beating him senseless all day. Failed Dauntless. Oh, God, no.
Clearly, Tassadar has failed us. You must not.
Yep, Dwarves found another way to pop a 1. Just their fucking luck again. And the Norse go right back into it here. Everyone else all standing up here. Big hit, big punch. And there's another teardown right there. It's the frenzy. And the Dwarves are just getting absolutely flustered at this point here. There we go. Another solid hit. Punches another Dwarf right back in. Takes it. Oh, no. You know, we've mentioned about this Dwarf team seems to be wearing the Halfling variant of their armor here. Alright, charges in to go get the ball. That's only a push. That will have to do for now. Means the runner is still... Now remember, this team's had a Dwarf that's had to do a lot... Oh! Got him!
Run, cowards!
Well, he does make the second gerbil. Yep, gerbil's definitely not being, casual picking on only Dwarves. And meanwhile, push me, push you. The scrums do continue. 1 die, push me, still push you. And they just keep scrumming it up here. But this is the play everyone's watching for. Dwarves, turn 7, continuing on here. Another big punch, block on block. You see, this is where the Norse do end up driving the Dwarves nuts. It's another team with block. And that is what slows Dwarf down. Dwarfs coaches do get pretty casual and used to it. But not this time. Meanwhile, takes a dive. There he goes.
For Iron Forge!
Unfortunately, it means that he has to move forward there. It makes GFI.
Move your arse.
Unfortunately, he's got no more rerolls left. And look where the ball ends up. Right in the Norse hands. Unfucking believable. Well, the Norse will immediately get a blitz away. Gets the poor Troll Slayer. He can't score, but he can certainly deny the score, and there he goes. Meanwhile, Wolfhelm doing his job. Another face rip. Oh, good lord.
All right.
Fortunately, again, only a stun, but it is giving the Dwarves a lot of problems. That, however, seems to be the other problem.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, it's a lot of attacks with strength 4 players. Now remember, the Dwarves do have 2 Dauntless, but they're dealing with a team that's got not 1, not 2, but 4 strength 4 on the pitch here, and it's making life miserable. Push me, push you. It means the Dwarf solution is they're going to have to try, but you can see what's happened here. The guards are contained, and there's where the problems are beginning. Another big punch down right there by the Norse, and the battle continues going here. And here we go. Another solid hit. Stand firm. Well, he can fall down. And, yep, you can see it here. The Norse feeling a bit japey here on making a couple of 1-die blocks. Gets another Dwarf down. And now the Dwarves are stuck on their turn 8 here. Well, he made all the go for it. There's the Dauntless. 1 die. Only gets a push. And he's out of movement. Can't frenzy him anymore. That was the last gasp he had just to pop the ball free. Oh, poor lad. Julie is still waiting for the ball to arrive there. He can't believe he finally failed a dodge. Of all games to fail it, this was the one. Meanwhile, Dwarves just keep on punching here, trying to make something happen. Well, he made something happen, all right.
Aye.
Unfortunately, it's falling down. Not what the plan originally was. And there we go, off into halftime. Well, your halftime score, the Norse are leading the Dwarves, believe it or not, 1-0. This halftime is being brought to you by Dead Lobster. It is fresh once. Dead Lobster. I always thought there was a rather disturbing thought about that stuff there, you know? Was it ever fresh? I don't know. Alright, what's going to happen there? Well, there goes Boomer. Yeah, the traitorous dwarf has been sent off the pitch for playing for the wrong team. At least that's the version of the story I've been told, anyway. Well, Dwarves are now back on the offense here. But now you can see, now this is where the Dwarf problems have mounted. They are now down a player. Norse still fielding a full 11. Well, there we go. He's got to go and get the ball.
Hey, you! Catch!
And there's a riot, because of course it's a riot.
Oh, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I guess the supporters are sick and tired of this game too already here. They just want it over with. Oh, well. There we go. Yep, Dwarf Bazooka is indeed a secret weapon. Big punch takes him down.
Eat mortar!
Eat lead.
Does get the stun. And meanwhile here, more punching going on here. But the Dwarves, as they said, they got one solid kill. But they could use a few more as their view at this point here. Well, 3 knockdowns, a stun, and all the show for. Dwarves aren't happy about that one. Oh, well, they're going to try and right the ship, as they call it here. Charges in, push me, push you here. Dwarves haven't lost track of the fact they need to score this one. And now they've only got 7 turns to do it. Well, as they would say, so much for winning. All right, there we go. The strongest man of the team there. His back is so durable and hard. Strong like a bull. Actually, you know, stronger than Bull Centaur. I swear, he's getting a strength upgrade. All right, Dwarves redeploying, removing here, trying to figure out where they're going to go. They can still try and play for the wind here, but they need to see some removals to do that. And now this is where the problem really starts for the Dwarves. Again, as mentioned, they're facing too many Strength 4 players here. And there's only 2 Dauntless lads. And he has to punch a hole through. He's trying. Good Lord knows the Dwarves are trying. Here he comes. Wolfel's doing what he does best. Face ripping for great justice. And all he does is basically peel the dwarf off and try and get the juicy center inside. Like that. That is what he does. Yep, gets a KO. And the Dwarves are suddenly back into square one. Yep, there's a KO. Now, it's not an injury, but now he's down 2 players on this drive. Not what he needed. Wilhelm single-handedly is making this a far tougher game than they need. And here we go. Dwarves trying to brawl their way back up here. Flurry of punches, but all they're getting is either 1 in 9 or a couple of pushes. And again, their other problem is they are indeed facing another team with block. Fails the Dauntless. There's a skull. Rerolls that because he can't stop the drive. And he gets the knockdown. But he's already now down a reroll here. Well, you don't blame him for that one there. It's just Nuffles being a complete twat. 1 die. Push me. Push you. And yeah, the Dwarves realise this offense. And there it is. The big gamble. He gets it.
Show us a target.
Boom! And the crowd goes absolutely wild. Wilhelm is stunned on 2 red dice. And that might be finally the break the Dwarves were looking for. They just wish it was a KO. But, you know, at least he's out for a while. And now they get back to work.
Work.
Yeah. And the Norse recurling back around again here. And the Norse, taking advantage of the numbers here, are going to stop trying to plow and close the cage right back up. Big hit, takes the Troll Slayer right down. And now he parks here right on the runner. And meanwhile, more of the Norse curling in here. This cage, it's not a cage anymore. It's a scrum line. Well, at least it's not a fucking chorus line.
Thanks for standing still, wanker.
And the Dwarves have to get right back into the brawl because they need to bust a hole through. That's not doing it there. First double skulls the entire game. Yeah, it's been scary. For the number of blocks both teams have thrown, that was the first double skull. And the Dwarves go, why me? Oh, well, another big brawl takes him down, makes the Dauntless here. He's trying to rescue the situation, hits the Dodger, moves him back. Remember, runners don't come with tackle. Of course, neither do blitzers. Of course, blitzers seem to come with glass jaw, from what I understand. Don't worry, Norse can relate. They keep running out of berserkers too. Push me, push you, shoves him in here. He's trying to keep some contact. And now you see how the game is going. AG2 Dwarf, he's right back to dodging.
Move your arse.
Yeah, he has indeed moved his arse. And the Norse plowing it back in again here, trying to go and get the Calico. Another big hit. Takes down the front line here. Is he going to risk going for the ball carrier? Looks like he's thinking about it here. That means the Norse are going to keep everyone preoccupied. Meanwhile, another solid hit. Pops out another Dwarf, gets the frenzy. Oh, here comes Wilhelm, but he's not the one leading the blitz this time. It's this lad. There he goes. Over the top, 2 dice, finds the pow. And Julie just can't buy a break today. Down he goes. There goes the Calico. And look how far the fucking Calico went.
Yay!
Yeah, you saw that. From here, it actually bounced all the way to here. And then, of course, fails the easy dodge. All that, then the Norse wanted 9 the dodge. Oh, well, just as well. Gives the Dwarves still a fighting chance to get back into this one here. And they are fighting all right. Over the top he goes. Push me, push you. Just wants rid of this bastard. 2 more dice. Still push me, push you. Social distancing still seems to be a thing in this game here. Dwarves popping up left, right, and center here. It has become a grim numbers game. The only thing that's saving their ass on the front line is the guards. Big punch.
I'll take care of it.
He will take care of it, but again, only a stun here. Yeah, anything's better than a river dance. Oh, go.
We must defeat the dwarves.
We are the dwarves.
Oh,
You know, just when he finally broke free, yeah, of course. Sure hands, not so sure, and fails the pickup. Well, it's because it's not the star. Why not? Of course it is. Meanwhile, scrumming it up here, the Norse collapsing what's left of the cage here in a frenzy of attacks. However, no one's got the ball right now. Meanwhile, the scrum continues. Another big hit. And it just continues here. Norse just keep punching it up here. And there goes Wilhelm one more time. Is he about to do his magic again? Goes for the crazy chain push here. And you can see what he's doing. He's trying to shove more players into better positions. Like the back of a Volkswagen. Dead. Gets the face rip there. Takes him down. And suddenly you can see what he's done. Moved players over here. And he's freed up 2 more Norse to come charging in. And the Dwarves really aren't happy about that. Big hit put there. More players going in over the top here. See, this is why he chain pushed. Meanwhile, here comes the star thrower. Is he going to try for the ball? Nope, it's curling in. It's going to be this lad. 1 die, gets the miracle hit on the runner, takes him down. Now he's going to actually try and get the ball. I said try and get the ball.
Time for a true display of skill.
Yep, you saw that. Completely failed. The ball bounces away again. Yeah, ball handling skills. Not really well known among the Norse unless they spend more time in the brothel. Dwarves, turn 14. The clock just keeps on ticking. They're not out of it yet. They're still trying to find a way. Well, step 1, they love to get the fucking ball. Fails the Dauntless, but does succeed again. It shows the Dwarves get glimmers of hope and luck occasionally. They get a glimmer of it. And then that shit happens.
Locked and loaded.
He's going to try it again. Makes the reroll dodge. makes the pickup and 2 tackle zones, makes the dodge away. He is clear, he is free.
And that's how baby dwarfs are made.
Well, you can tell which dwarf this is, the one who's carried the team so far, and he's done a hell of a job.
Aye, sir.
Yeah, and he's got the ball again. 2 tackle zones. He got it, and he even made the dodging through. All right, Norse. Well, they're kind of in shock. Turn 14. Bonk. Oh, God, there goes another one.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody.
Yeah, well, someone's bleeding blood, all right, and it's non-dairy. Yeah, there he goes. And that is yet another broken dwarf. AG decrease, he's a dwarf, he doesn't care. But yeah, it just tells you this is what this season's been for the dwarves. It has been the glass season. He liked to glass the planet and the stadium if he had his way. All right, Norse. They do still need to contain this here. The dwarves do have enough turns they can make it. It's not easy, but they can certainly do it. Power of Frenzy here. Can't get that one knocked down. And now here come the dwarves once again. Oh, God, no. It's Wilhelm. Here he comes. Full speed ahead here. Chugga, chugga, choo-choo. And yes, poor Julie goes and takes one on the chin. Well, that's it. That one's stunned there. Ball bounces free. And the Norse go right back to brawling. Also, I wonder if the Norse are going to try and pick up the ball here. So far, that hasn't worked too well for them either. More blocking, more futility, and still nothing going on there. Dwarves, turn 15. They're back to the red dice again. Makes the frenzy, gets the push away there. And yep, Dwarves, you gotta love it. You've heard me say it time and time again. This coach doesn't even know how to spell the word quit. No, seriously, I asked him. Look at the miracle. Dodges through, gets through the entire team. There it is, the miracle pass.
More Cosmodan!
Yeah, it was a perfectly good idea. It was perfectly good. And then, of course, yeah, witness, it completely fails. Interception. All that crazy miracle play with no rerolls, dodges through the Norse team, gets the ball, intercepted. Of course it is. Kids, of course it is. We've seen him. His luck for the first half is gone. His luck for the first half of the season's gone. Second half has been nothing but misery and grudges. You do cord proud. All right, push me. And there we go, more frenzying there. And the Norse just keep on scrumming here. And he was right there waiting for the ball to arrive. It was perfect. You could have seen it done. It would have been a 1-1 tie. Dwarves would have chalked that up as a miracle dig out. They would have taken it. Taken it to the cleaners, polished it, called it mumsy. Oh, God, here comes Wolfelm again. Yeah, there he goes, clearing the way. Ow! Well, there's the roar head across the stadium there. Yeah, he's definitely got himself a nice stun there, but the runner survives. Dwarves, turn 16. Well, they're not quitting. They're going to have to find a way to get the ball. Yeah, that's just not it.
You've got a chip on your shoulder.
Yes, and a bit of fish,
Yeah,
too.
that was witness. The Dwarves never quit. It just wasn't there. It just wasn't there. Not even the catch. All right, well, the Norse just keep scrumming here. It looks like they're going to cruise in and score this. But they're figuring, you know what? They've still got rerolls. It has been that weird of a second half. So much so the Norse haven't used a 1. They've only got 2. That's how the second half has gone. As for the Dwarves, well, that tells the tale of the tape, doesn't it there? Meanwhile, the scrum continues. Yeah. Push me, push you here. Well, the Dwarves for brief moments did have some dice show up, but they're always in brief little bursts and not long enough. And then they quit. Yeah, the dice long quit on the poor, coach there. Meanwhile, charges in. Stand firm. Well, I think they're done with this one there. It's time to score this one in. And that sets that one down to 2-0. for the first game for today here as the Norse power their way through the poor unfortunate Dwarves. It is just, this has really not been this season at all there. They've got one really good player, one, but even he can't carry the team all season, and the Norse end up coming out 2-0. Well, that is it for the first game. Stay tuned. I have to have a quick beer, and then we're back with match number 2. Nuffle, bless your dice.